Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah, I
can
can
hear
hear you. Cheers. Good evening.
Good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I can.
Okay, good evening. I've been struggling to hear Mr. Femi.
You're struggling to hear me.
Okay,
Is it
but regarding your question, how far we've gone, our hello?
Yeah, we can
I
hear
can
you.
hear
Jim.
you.
I hope you can hear me.
Let me stop
Okay,
that.
regarding the question you asked, last class, we wrote our first smart contract last class, and we also had an assignment to write an NFT gated staking contract, which many of us did. That's where we are at the moment.
Okay, awesome. So, like in the course of learning, did you guys talk, for example, about the difference between, or excuse me, talk about mappings, structs, what they are, how to use them, or why you would use one over the other?
We stopped at strokes.
Yes, actually, we did,
Okay.
but not. I think we did mapping because the contract we wrote that we used mapping, and we also used struct.
Okay, awesome. So, because my strategy today is, so they say it's called smart contract practice, right? I want you guys to actually practice something. Right? I want it to be interactive. Now, the challenge is this, right? I have to do something small because for the longest time now, I've actually been doing more of project management for Web3, working with developers that write smart contracts, not writing smart contracts myself. So my smart contract skills might be a bit rusty. But then we have to do something, right? So my idea is that, okay, we'll work on, I know Cass took you guys through the to-do list smart contract. So we are going to work on it. And we'll work on it together. And we'll look at, we'll try, in the course of working through it, we'll try to solve different problems like, okay, using a different, what do I call it now, data structure. And then like testing the contract and seeing where it's faulty and trying to address the faults. So that's what we'll do. And hopefully you'll learn from that. So it's 6:06. I guess we can start, yeah?
Yeah, sure, we can start. I guess other people will join us along the line, and the class is recorded as well.
Okay, awesome. So it's simple. Over the course of the weekend, I went through different types of, I went through to-do list contracts, right? So I was playing around with it in preparation for this class. And okay, first off, I think we need to know that while you can construct a to-do list contract, that means the word construct, on the blockchain, that's not what the blockchain is actually made for, particularly. So it's not ideal, just a side point. And anyway, so I want a volunteer to come up, anyone, a volunteer who is currently using his or her laptop and can code something up. So just open up Remix So who's volunteering?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I keep hearing.
Okay, I can share my screen.
All right.
Yes.
That's fine.
Okay, do you know me?
Yes,
I
now.
know.
We've come across each other on multiple spaces. Starknet, spaces on Twitter, Hezby, Benson. Oh, let me see. I'm trying to share my screen right now. Who's disabled participant screen sharing? That's the error.
Okay, the host. So I guess the host needs to enable participant screen. Yeah, I'm also getting that error. So Eniola, can you help us with that?
Sure. I'll text you.
Can you try again now?
Let me try and see. Where is it? Zoom. Okay. Now it still shows the same error. Who's disabled participant screen sharing?
It has been enabled. I'm not sure why you are still getting that error. Maybe you should try.
Or do I leave and come back and see if it works?
Okay, you can try that because I'm also getting the error, but you can try that too.
Yeah, let me see.
So I think I also leave and join back because I might need to share my screen too. So just give me a minute.
Okay, but still the same thing with me, yes. So.
Yeah, it's still the same thing.
Oh,
Still the same.
why is that? I don't feel like I've got that.
Still the same thing?
Yeah. So Messi said the same thing. Messi, you also tried to, have you? You left.
Yes. Saying only host can share.
Wow, I've already activated. I don't know. It works. You can share participants or participants. Should work like this. This is how we have been granting access. Somebody should try.
Yeah, I just tried. I'm not person can try. I just tried. I got the same error.
Now I don't know what's going on. Wait, let me just inform. One second.
It's still the same thing. So what do we do?
If it's necessary to even create a new Zoom link, I don't mind.
Okay. Femi, you are a host now. Can you check again?
Okay. I'm still getting the error. You've made me a host, Abby. I'm still getting the error. Let me leave and come back.
I don't think that's it. I think the
Yeah,
problem is with Zoom.
Yeah, do you have a setting on your own end that you can maybe check?
Can you check now? Does it work now?
No, it
Or is
doesn't
the
work.
same thing?
Do the same thing.
I've done everything. Sincerely, I don't know what's happening, including video sharing screen. Everything has been activated. Coming. 1 second.
I think Femi has already left. Yeah, he left.
It's not supposed to take long.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe everybody should check their.
No, just wait. Yeah. Oh, whiteboards.
We're right back. A second.
Okay, should we just probably create another link or use Google Meet?
Wait, Eniola. Can you check now? We have activated all the settings. If it doesn't work, then it's Zoom that is misbehaving. This is the same setting that we are activating whenever we have what's it called?
Yeah, I'm still getting the error.
Let me even try and I'll call you. Well, I can share my screen now. Can anyone see my screen?
So I can see that you started sharing. But yeah, I can see your screen.
Yeah, now I don't think I know what's going on.
Okay, now I can share my screen.
Yeah, now I can share my
Yes, yeah.
I
It's
think what
working
happened
here.
is that multiple people were trying to share screen at the same time. That's what's
At the
blocking
same
it.
time.
The setting only allow
Okay.
one screen at a time. All right, good.
Okay. I think it's fair now.
All right.
Okay, can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can see your screen. I'm trying to. Yeah.
So in regards to like Cass's, the last class when Cass was taking us through like array structs and everything, I was able to get his own like contract. So if there's anyone that can lead me to that contract, so we can just continue working on it like from there. That'll be fine. Because right now, like this was the only part I was able to note down then. Because I was just following what Cass was doing.
Okay. No problem. I understand. So basically, I want us to attempt to write a to-do app using Solidity.
Okay.
Yeah, and we are going to be using your screen. Is that fine?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
All right. So this is Remix. Awesome. So, all right. You have your whatever license stuff up there. You have your Pragma up there.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to use this file? Or you want to create a new file?
We might as well just continue with this because this was Cass's. This was the one that was supposed to be like it's for Cass's and workshop.
Okay. Awesome. So we are going to. So you can change the. Okay, you can leave it as tutorial. So
Yeah.
we'll go to the. If you recall, when Cass did this to do this, I think he used the struct, right? So
Yeah.
let's start. Or do you have an idea first of all, even before I talk? Do you have an idea of how to start?
So like we've already created the contract itself. So I'm guessing the first thing that we have to do, we have to list out like the state variables that we're going to be working with, depending on what like the project idea is. Because what are we building right now?
Yeah, so what to build it to do list.
Okay. So in a to do, like what you can find there, like in like when you're working with it to do, you can use like what do you call it? Is it data types or variables like address, data, time?
Okay. So basically, you want to have like tasks. Yeah, you can have date and time, but let's keep it simple. You
Yeah.
want to have like, the task, right? And you want to also add like, you want to know whether it has been completed or not.
Okay.
Yeah. So, so please, anybody can contribute, right? So we want to just think through the process of creating a to-do app. And this should not be new because I believe Cass also went through it the last time.
Yeah.
So it's more or less like a revision, but we want to like train our smart contract development muscles because it only works by practice, and we only get better by practice and challenges, right? So, yeah, so just two items basically. So one is going to be a string, and one is going to be a Boolean from what I just said, right?
Okay.
One is going to be a string, one is going to be a Boolean. So the string, you can call it an item. You can name it item. Yeah. Yeah, you can, yeah, and then we have a Boolean. Yeah, that Boolean can be done, D-O-N-E, to know whether it has been done. Yeah. So you're getting an error. Do you know why you're getting an error? Or does anybody know why it's getting an error?
I think it requires a semicolon in front of.
Exactly.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
No. It's after the item you put the semicolon.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, sorry. Awesome. Now, once we have our string Boolean, what do we need to do? So we should delete the string on top now since we are not using that, right? Or you can comment it out if you don't want to do it.
Yes, sure.
So
sorry.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So I think we are working on the to-do, like we want to try and create the to-do stuff again, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. The string item that we have there is for what? I think I missed that part. I joined quite late.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, Ovie, do you want to tell him what's about? First one. I don't want to
wait, the question you asked me, I should tell him what is it string, like the item for, like for the to do.
Yeah, like what's the relevance of that string item there?
Because right now we're trying to figure out, like you said earlier, we're trying to figure out like the location of what we're looking for, or something along those lines. So we're working with that particular item. So it's after like we're done working with the strings, now like the board that will identify like when we've completed like that task. I don't know if I got that.
Okay, I get now. It is actually that same thing that is in my mind, but I just want to be sure. But then, we'll be having multiple to-dos or multiple tasks.
Okay.
So I think it would be good to put this string item and the Boolean to show if it is done or not in a struct.
Okay. So we should start off with a struct, yeah?
Yes. So we'll have a struct, then, for each to do, then like the struct will represent each to do, and to have the title, the description, if it is done or not, and maybe time share.
Okay, so like these items that you just listed now for title, time, like they should come individually after the struct.
They will be inside the struct.
Okay.
So
So do I need to open any brackets whatsoever? I should just list them out.
Struct, then we'd have these curly braces.
Okay.
yeah, so you copy all this into the struct. I just felt like we should be faster here. So yeah, we copy all these things into the struct. Please, I don't want just 2 people contributing. I don't know if that will be possible for more people to contribute. So you can try to format it more neatly.
Sorry, your struct should have a title.
A structure title as well. So what do we call the struct to do?
To do item.
It works.
Okay.
It should be
Okay.
Pascal case. Like the T should start with capital. Yeah, something like that. To do then.
Okay. So
okay.
So
I was thinking we should just make the D like to do normal, like to do. D should be small so that to do like that.
Okay.
Or better still, as someone has suggested, we should make it to do item, like each item, like each to do item, something like that.
Okay, someone suggested from the last class, yeah? Videos.
Yeah, someone said it now. I don't know who the person is.
Okay.
Was it the person that listed about title, this, that?
Ovie, you know what? Just leave it at to do for now.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. So that string item, we should have a semicolon in front, not a comma.
Okay. I thought because like 2 of them are inside, like what do you call it? Usually the same like curly braces.
So for a struct, each item would have a semicolon in front of it for struct.
Okay.
So that's what he was trying to say in the last class when I was talking about his confusion between enums and structs. So for enums to be like comma, each of them would have comma, but for struct each of them would have semicolon in front.
Okay, awesome. So, Idris, sorry, are you also a beginner student, or like, are you very advanced? Or are you like an intermediate smart contract developer?
Like very, very much beginner.
Okay. Well, I want to ask you to excuse us because then this class will be for you. But that's cool. That's cool. All right. So we are good, right? Not perfect, but good. This works. What to do next now? I have an idea of what to do next, but I don't want to say it. Okay, let me just say this. So we have a structure, right? We have like a data structure that represents the things that we're going to do. So I guess we want to actually create the to-dos now, like, right? All right. So how do we go about that?
So come again with, we want to start now, like we want to start like working on the individual items now for this to do after like listing out the data structure. So your question now is, how do we go about this? Yeah,
exactly. So how do we save items like a string and a bool into the blockchain, right? How do we save them into the blockchain so that we can retrieve them later?
We can like make event.
Make what?
Events.
No, events are not for saving to the blockchain. What you want to do is you want to create a to-do. You have to use a function to create a to-do.
Okay.
Function.
Yeah. because like functions, like in the concept of programming, functions are basically like it says that executes actions, right? So
Okay.
yeah, if you want to save to the blockchain, yeah, apart from the, like creating a state variable and running your scripts, if you want to your user to be able to save to the blockchain, then you need a function.
Okay.
Yeah. So use the keyword function to start. That works. And then you name your function so that when you run it, you see it. So you can call it, choose a name.
What do we call this, like name of the function? What do we name it?
It's create studio.
Okay.
So yeah.
Function can take
What are the
a string.
Okay. So I'm guessing the string should come before create to do now, or it comes after like create to do.
No, like the string will be in brackets. Like the parameters for the function will be in the brackets, just like in JavaScript. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So that string keyword you put, that thing is a keyword. You see that it's blue. It's a keyword basically.
Yeah.
So something's supposed to come after it inside the brackets. So you're basically trying to tell the program that, okay, this is a keyword, like assign this variable type, or I don't know what to call it now, data type to this variable that is about to come next. So yeah, your cursor should go back inside the brackets.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So now there's a caveat here. There's something here that makes Solidity different from other programming languages. But I think we should see the error. But then what you should do here is name your string, right? Name your parameter. So it's parameter arguments. Anyone shall name it. So string, what do you want to call your string? No, you can ignore the error for now.
So let's say we've used create to do.
No, you can use anything.
So
okay, that works. Yeah. So you leave your so you can, that's a parameter. Do we need to add any other parameter? Anybody can contribute.
We don't need to add another parameter for now, because for now the done will be like false. So I think this. But why isn't Femi like?
Yeah, why isn't Femi? You can just use string.
I don't think it should be. I think it should maybe like title.
Yeah, something like that.
Of the to do.
Probably to an error because it's not.
No.
Yeah, there's supposed to be a memory keyword.
That's supposed to be like a forward. Okay.
Yeah,
well, I think the other person. Before the title. Yeah. So.
Yeah, because of
why memory?
Oh, okay, memory. Yeah.
Yeah, memory is because of storage. Memory means that it's like this particular parameter is only going to be used in this function. So it's kind of, it saves gas. And also memory means that you can actually change the value of the parameter. If you use core data, you cannot.
Okay, interesting. So I always knew that memory. So I just learned something different today, something new. First of all, I always knew that memory meant that the variable will not be saved permanently on the blockchain. And so that helps save gas, right? Yeah. So, but I didn't know that if you use call data, or I can't recall, maybe I've heard it before, that if you use call data, you won't be able to change.
Yeah, for example, that title, you cannot be able to change the value of it. Okay,
so you'll be able to change the value inside the function. So if you assign it, you cannot change the value, you cannot manipulate the value.
Yeah, inside the function.
Okay, interesting. So, so you can go to the front of your bracket now, except anybody wants us to add another variable. Do we need to add another variable?
I don't think.
I think for now we should just leave it that way.
Yeah. So you put your, what's it called?
And
That's
the
probably going
title,
to be an external
Curly
function.
braces.
we can just make the title like small case
letter.
T, just to follow
Yeah, well,
convention.
So those things are fine, but they are not really important for now. I would like them to be the specification.
Should be an external function.
External function. Why should it be an external function?
But
That's the problem.
should be able to call it from outside the contract
Mm,
because of the parameters you are passing inside the title.
yeah, but I can also call a public function from outside the contract now.
Yeah, it's better to be like more specific.
Okay.
Public function, so you can also call it like within the contract.
Okay. So an external function can only be called outside the contract.
Yeah, exactly.
And then because you don't need this function within the contract.
Yeah, like you're not passing the variable within the contract. You're not calling the function within the contract or in any other yeah, you're not calling it within the contract. So yeah.
So like, please, if you don't understand what Jim just said, can you let me know? Like this Zoom has a hand raising feature, right?
Yeah, sure. I'll be happy.
Okay, if you don't understand what you just said, you can just raise your hand. I'll try to explain it. All right, so that makes sense. So at this point, I guess we can proceed with our function.
Yeah.
With the necessary symbols. So yeah, that symbol is similar to what you put in front of to do instruct. This function. Okay, at this point, we don't need to add a return statement. Let's just put that for now.
So we should still use the same curly brackets symbol.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Okay.
All right. So we have gotten to this point. So inside this function, how do we assign our parameter to the structs inside this function?
How do we assign our parameter to the struct inside this function?
Exactly. Like because so inside that our to do data structure. So was someone trying to say something?
I said it's inside the curly brace.
Inside the curly braces, it should be inside the curly braces. Yeah, sure. Yeah, because that curly braces is like where our function information, like the whole manipulations will take place, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So it will be inside the curly braces. So now we have a structure, we have a data structure out there called struct, to do structs, right? So it's supposed to hold like serve like as a container to hold data. So how do we send data to it?
Okay. So if you want to create an item from the struct is just like a template. So if you want to create an item from the struct, and the struct is also a data type, you have to create the to-do item inside the function.
Okay.
Yeah, that item, how you want to create it is what you type is you use the struct name as the data type, that is to do. Then the name of the variable name is equal to.
In this same curly braces.
No. Okay, start typing inside the curly braces.
But you can go down, you can go a line down so that you have space. You can press enter.
Yeah, exactly. So to do, that's the struct name. Yeah. Then the name of the variable, which is like to do item, something like that. Any name you feel like. Yeah, it's equal to.
Is there any need for space or?
Well, this is not Python. It will now throw up an error without space, but just for formatting.
Okay.
So there are like various ways people like add things to structs, but you can just use to do, then brackets. No, like to do like no capital, yeah,
Okay, capital.
yeah, brackets. Then I think the title will go first. You can put even be better. Sorry, before putting the title, put curly braces.
Please come again.
Curly braces. That's
Okay, okay, okay.
yeah. Then you can item. No, item. Just like how you write on objects in JavaScript, something like that. Item, then column, not semicolon, column, title, then done, true. There's you put comma, use comma to separate them. Sorry. I hope I'm correct. Sure. Done, true, because the default value of done is false. So I think this way you have created a to-do item with a particular title.
Okay. Can you check your error? I see an error there.
Yeah. So, yeah, you not put semicolon at the end of.
At the end of line 10, at the very end.
No, the very end. Let's say an error. Okay.
Data location was the storage, memory, or code data.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. I forgot.
okay.
Struts just like strings too. So memory before the variable name.
Memory for the variable name.
Yeah, that is that to-do item. Memory before the to-do item. No. Like by the left after
to do. So when you go to the left, you know, if you go to the left, okay.
Like by the left of the equal to, the left side of
the equal to sign. So after to do, before to do item.
Yeah, exactly.
So we have that's a warning, right?
Yeah.
So it's not an error, it's a warning. But why is it saying we're not using the title?
They say unused local variable. That is, you're not using the variable yet. You just stated the variable.
Okay, that's a to-do item.
Yes.
Also.
That's a to-do item.
So why are you initializing your done to true?
I think after creating it to do, it was false at the beginning. That's the default value of a boolean is false. So after creating the to do, we set it to true.
I don't agree, but
okay, no problem.
Do you want to defend your points?
Huh?
I think it should actually be false.
Okay.
You know, you are just creating it. You've not done it. You've not like finished the task. Okay, so it should just be false.
Exactly.
So she changed this from true to false?
Yes, please.
Okay.
All right. So I think we can, at this point, we have something, right? But the problem here is this. Right, let's see. We need to expose a function that shows us what we created to do, like so that we can call and so that we can confirm that we actually created it to do. I would have said we should do this.
So one thing that, like, okay, continue, please. I thought you're done.
So yeah, you can continue. That's all I would say.
Okay. So one thing that I think we forgot to do is to actually, when we create a to-do, we need to like save it somewhere that would show that, oh, this is like a list of our to-do or maybe mapping, depending on what you want to use. So we need to have created down or an array. So I think we can
So,
just create that one on top. And when we now create the to do, we can then add to the current number of like to do's in the array.
okay, awesome. So actually, of course, I was aware of that, but like I wanted it to be like a, I don't know, something we come across when we try to test the contract, and we realize that okay, we are not actually saving. So because at this point, when we create a to do and we create a new one, what basically happens is that the first one will not be saved, right? So we'll just keep creating to dos, and so we will not be able to call like a previous to do that we created. In fact, we're not even able to call anyone at all. Like, we're not able to
Yes.
see anyone at all. And so we need something, a data structure that saves things, that indexes things.
Yeah.
Data structure that
I'm
indexes.
sorry, I want to say something. Are you going to explain this number 12 line of code? The one inside the function.
Number
Timmy,
12.
your mic is muffled, so we can't really get you.
Yeah, so, but I heard what you said, though.
Oh.
But yeah, your mic is muffled. So, like, who said this? Was he, what was it? The guy, I can't remember his name.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
better.
loud.
I said number 12 line of code, the one inside the function. Are you going to explain it? Did you create a variable? Is this one an object? Because I don't understand it. I'm just hearing a different. You are not explaining it. You are just telling me to do something. I don't understand it.
Okay, let me attempt to explain it. So basically, how has it done here? Okay, yeah, basically he has saved this, he has created a to-do struct, right? Are you with me, Timmy?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
So he has created a to-do struct. That's by the right side of the equal to sign, he created a to-do struct, right? He initialized it with some things. So one of the things he initialized it with is the parameter title. You know, we are going to be passing title into the function if we are calling the function. We initialized it. We also initialized it with false, right? So now, to use structs, right? So once you initialize that struct, it saved it in a variable called to do item.
Yeah, I understand that one.
That to do item is a variable of type to do struct up there. So if you look at that to do item, behind it, we kind of like, how do I put it? It's like we kind of rubbed off the to do struct on the to do item. So making it a to do struct type.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
So the item is the title.
The item is the title. Yeah.
And the boolean is the done.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be true or false, but why do you set it to false? Like automatic, like the default distance. Why do you set it to false?
Yeah, because basically it's a to-do list now. You are familiar with to-do lists. Yeah. Okay, so you know when you first write a to-do list, that means you've not done it yet until you say you have done it.
Yeah. So you are changing the value to true.
Yeah, so we are going to change the value to true once we are done.
Okay.
So awesome. So now we need an indexing data structure so that we can have what is the importance of this indexing data structure? I think so that we can have like a way to keep track of the to-dos we create. Right? Because at this point, if we keep creating to-dos, it will keep erasing the one that is inside that to-do item and replacing it with new ones. So yeah, how do we proceed from here? Who wants to help us?
Someone made mention of mapping, someone made mention of arrays. So
yeah. I would want to ask us to use arrays for now. When I look at it over the weekend, it's not too clear to me. So yeah, I would prefer an array. And but who wants to? I would want to take. I don't want to take lead on that. I'd like someone else to take lead on that. So I think Idris was kind of saying something, and the other guy, Favor. Any one of them. Idris. Are you there? Idris or Favor?
Oh, yeah.
All right, so do you want to help us with at this point?
Are you using mapping or array?
Which one do you prefer?
Well, I'll prefer mapping, but you prefer the array, so let's go with array now.
So it's not about me. What about Idris? Which one do you prefer? Let's sample opinions. Idris, can you see us? Your mic is muted. If you can hear. Okay, I think this is busy. All right, let's use the array. I think that's more straightforward.
Yeah, array is not straightforward.
All right, let's use array.
No.
Okay. So what should you do, Favor?
Okay, yeah, you're creating an array of to-dos. So it's going to be this. No, we are creating an array of to-do, and to-do is a struct. So we'll use an array of the struct. So to-do, then the array sign.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Set array.
There's a square bracket.
Yeah, square brackets.
Okay.
Then by the right of it, that's outside the square bracket. Yeah, you can make it a public. No space. Yeah, public. Then the title can be to-dos or to-do lists, any of them.
Is it necessary to start with capital, or I can follow along?
No, small letter, this one.
Yeah. So you
yeah.
need to end it with a semicolon.
That's
why I'm getting that right there. You need to close it with a semicolon. Yeah. All right. So those, you know that those yellow things are not errors, they are warnings.
Yeah.
When they are warnings, that's when they are errors.
Hmm.
Awesome. So we have our array that we can use to index, right? So where do we go from here? Anyone cares to talk? I've not heard it.
Push to do into the to-dos array.
Yeah, so we can push our to-do item, Abi,
Yeah,
into the to-dos array after we create it.
yeah, that's the function.
Okay, it has to be after we create it. So that means it will be
The function.
in the function.
Yeah.
So why can't it be outside the function? No, in the function creating it.
Yeah, it's the function that's creating it. You can't get the to-do outside the function. So
Yeah. So the function creating it is that creates to-do function. You don't need to create a new function. You just need to go into that create to-do function. So we can delete the first function. Ovi, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
So you go into the create to-do function.
Okay.
Yeah, like inside. So below line 13, right? Because we want to do something else. So below line 13. So you come to the front of line 13, I press your enter. No, okay, that's the back to me. I meant the other side, the right, extreme right.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So you want to push, right? Use the push keyword or a method, right? But you want to push into to-dos. That array we created at the top.
Yeah.
That means you have to the way the push method works is that you proceed with the the array name, that's to-dos, right? Yeah, you put a full stop in front without a space in front of that to-dos because you want to chain it together. No, like the other side.
No, at the front.
To the right, to the right
Dot
of it.
push.
Yeah, exactly.
Like JavaScript.
Push. It needs to be together. There's no space here. Dot push. Exactly. So yeah, it's a method. So you open your braces right in front of it. I don't know if that space will affect it, but no space right in front of it. Go back. Yeah, open your braces. Open your comma, not braces, sorry, comma. That's a comma. Well,
Yeah.
brackets, like brackets, smooth brackets.
Yeah, normal
So please move
brackets.
curly braces, sorry. Yeah, move with curly braces. So inside it, sorry, someone else should take over. I'm the one leading, that's not the plan. I'm tempted to do something when I know.
Just push the to-do item that you've already created. I mean the to-do item.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I remember.
Yeah, semicolon.
Yeah, so semicolon to close. Semicolon at the screen.
I mean the semicolon at the end of the this not there at the end of the after the
that's
brackets.
It. Exactly. All right. So at this point, put it to you, to anybody here that at this point we have a to-do smart contract whereby you can create and you can also see what you created. Has anybody decided? All right. So let's compile. Now to compile.
It's on
already
auto-compiled, so it already compiled.
So now you deploy it.
Already auto-compiled.
Yeah, so okay, you can leave it there, leave it auto-compile. So deploy it. Yeah.
So it was successful.
Yeah, so can you scroll down a bit? Awesome. So just add something, add a title and create it. Yeah, like just give it a title.
Deploy, nah, ready is.
I didn't hear that.
I was thinking, I wanted to like give it the title deploy, but I said it doesn't make sense.
Just put a task you want to do.
Is that okay?
Yeah, it's fine. It doesn't need to make sense. Just for testing purposes. All right. So you hit your button, hit your create to do button. All right. You can lift this thing up so we can see the terminal. Yep. Not too much, yeah, that's fine. So yeah. Am I saying pending? Or is successful? Okay, green means successful.
Yes.
So if you want to see what you just created on this left-hand side, you need to type in an index. So what index do you think we are going to need to type in? You know, first of all, why are we using an index?
Why are we using an index? Like an array, it must start from somewhere. Like they are indexed at a certain point. So I don't know why I use an index.
Yeah, that's why. Well, in programming, most programming languages, where do arrays start from? What index they start from?
They start from zero based arrays, there's one based, there's also n based. But I'm guessing default is zero based.
Yeah. Solidity works with 0 too.
Okay.
Yeah. So far, we've already created one item. So we have one. So we can use 0 to access that one.
Okay. So I can write this in the to-dos.
Yeah.
I can.
Yeah. So why is it possible to do it that way? I mean, we didn't create any function that helps us to like call that helps us go through the array and output to do. So why can we? Okay, try it out first. Please, can you click on that to do's? Let it output. So you can see that it came out. It came out.
Yeah.
But why is it possible?
Why is it possible that we're able to call this to-do function that is able to go into like the to-do array and execute this?
Exactly. In fact, we didn't create any function, but we have a button.
Yeah.
Does anybody want to? Does anybody
The issue here is that the to-dos array is public, so that's why you're able to see that button. Admin is now public, you won't be able to see that button.
On points. So that's it. So in fact, at this point, I think what we need to do, the most important thing, since we can already see our to-dos,
yeah,
we don't need to create a function that outputs the to-dos yet. That's not the most important thing now.
So I should wipe this out right now.
No, that's cool. It's okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So my point is that there is something here that is the most logical next step. I don't know if anybody can say it. Like, there's a very logical next step here right now that the next thing we need to do that is so glaring. I want someone who has an idea. No answer is wrong. There's something we need to do here that is so glaring right now. Like, it's so obvious. I mean, you can create your to-do. You can see the to-do you created. But there's something we need to do.
I don't know, but I think you should be able to update your to-do, like a function that can update your to-do at a particular index, I mean, from the arrays. So when you are done with whatever to do that you've created, you can now update it. So for instance, now this add to do is false. So when you update it, it should be true. That means you are done with the to do.
Makes sense. Perfect. Yeah, so as you said it like that, implement it.
All right. So
yeah.
Obviously, you have to create another function.
Okay. I'm guessing this one will be updates to do.
Yes.
Not a bad name.
And it should take an argument. The argument should be uint because we'll be using index. No, I mean uint, not string.
Oh, see, I can just use normal uint instead of uint. They are the same thing, yeah. So I can still go with it.
You can use normal uint.
Okay.
Yeah, so just call it index, uint 256 index. Okay. You also make it an external function.
So there's no need for us using memory here, like the last function.
No, you don't need memory. Then curly braces.
All right. So what do you want to do? I'm trying not to pronounce your name. I feel like if I try, I would really miss it out.
Okay, so we'll be picking the from the to-do array at that particular index that now updates the distance.
We're picking the to-do array at that particular index and update it.
Yes, I'll now update.
Okay. All right. So pick it from particular index and update it. All right. So you pick the to-do struct at the particular index from the array, and then you update it. That's what I'm trying to say. All right. So okay, please do the honors.
So what I'm picking from this struct. Which item am I picking from this struct?
So
see what you should be doing. The what's it called? The to-dos. Then you put your the to-dos. You put the what's it called? The square brackets. That is where the index will now be. Then you now put equal to.
Also outside the square bracket.
Outside the square bracket or inside the square bracket for the
Outside.
equal. Okay.
So now put equal to. So now you now put the struct, like the to-do struct, that the capital to-do. Then open it and update the to-do.
So this time around now, like this.
Put the bracket.
You want him to do it like what you did at line 13, Abi? Similar
Yes.
to what's the right side of line 13.
Okay, so
exactly.
like if it's
so what will you do then? So basically you do
so the only thing you are doing is the done, you are changing it to true. I mean the done that is false, you are changing it to true.
Will this work?
No, it won't work. You are supposed to, in that to do, you are supposed to use the normal bracket before the curly braces.
Okay.
Okay, so it said done will be true. And try to put your closing stuff at the end of line 19. Let's see. Wrong argument counts for struct constructor. Yeah, that's the first problem.
Yeah, the other the item distance. Can you just put a comma in front of that done? I want to check something. No, I mean no, not there. I mean comma in front of the done.
In front of true. Okay, no, like a behind. Yeah, okay. Where's behind done?
Yeah,
okay, right behind.
To the left, yeah, to the left. Okay, try to use experience from other languages.
Yeah.
So the obvious problem here is that we cannot be telling this thing the title again, right?
Yeah, we shouldn't be telling it title.
Title again. All right. So because we cannot say we've already created the title at the top. So what we want to do is that we want to first retrieve that struct, like I said earlier, from the index. We want to first retrieve it, save it somewhere, and then change it, right? So we are going to first retrieve it. So the one on the left-hand side is right. Okay, because why do we have to retrieve it first? Because there is within the function update to do, right? Let's see, how do we say? Okay, first of all, we cannot update it directly by, say, passing parameters into the to-do struct, because it won't make sense for this context we are working on, number one. Because we are trying to update something that is already there, right? And then secondly, there is secondly. There's no secondly, I beg. All right, so please clear what is by the rights of that equal to, including the equal to sign. I hope this makes sense, at least.
I understand what you're saying.
Okay, sorry, that's pronounced it. Is that
Chinwezu, yeah.
Awesome. So you understand what I'm saying? What am I saying exactly? Can you explain it to people?
I understand what you're saying. You are actually supposed to bring out the, like, kind of extract the system from the array first. So what you should be doing now is use that to do, create a variable and use that variable to extract from the array. Then you can now update it.
So you'll be doing that in
So what you now do is so what you'll be doing now is do okay, go inside the update to do a function.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can
go inside the update to do function.
Yeah, that line.
Leave the index. Leave the index. Just wipe that line 20. So you now do use the capital to do. I mean, destruct.
Good. All right.
Okay. Okay. Now, you can use storage. Use storage because we are updating. Then you can just call it a to do with small letter. Then equal to. So go to, you now type to do's, that's the to do array, you're now calling it now.
Yeah, and then you use your index parameter.
At that particular index. Yeah, so you now add the square bracket, then index. Yeah, close it now. So yes, so now enter. Still inside the function. Yeah, so you can now update the distance. So what you are now doing is you now be this to do now that you just created. It will now be like to do dots. Okay, what we are updating now is the done. So it will now be to do dots done, and you are now assigning true to it.
If you want to assign something, use the assignment operator, right?
Yeah, that's the assignment operator. That's it. Equal to.
Always use your distance. That's it. Yeah, yeah.
So true or false in this case now?
To do that, then assign true to it.
Okay.
You close, right?
No, you are now updating it to true. So use true.
So that's cool, right? So you can deploy, you can delete the previous.
Is it my distance?
Yeah. Chimuzi, you want to say something?
Okay, sorry, I think my network is lagging.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So delete the first contract that you deployed. Then now deploy.
Yeah, I just did that. So that is it.
My network is just.
All right, so yeah, they are there, right? Awesome. So let's test what we are. Let's test our creations. All right, so you can create a to-do and then view it. So you create first, right? So yeah.
Yeah.
So view it. What's the index?
What do I do?
No, click
You use
click the arrow.
No, the arrow by the left.
I mean the arrow that you closed, then open it up again. Yeah. Then go to the to-dos. Let's check the that 0 index. Yeah, check at 0 index.
So all right, it's false, right?
So it's false now. Then go back to your update to do. Put a 0 index. Use 0 index again.
So now, quick, yeah, check it again. Check it out as 0 index.
Check the to-dos again, like yeah.
So done as check.
It's true.
If I update it again, I'm guessing it's come back to false.
Good question. Awesome. Try it. Let's see.
Update.
It's still true. So that's where we need to, what's it, refactor. I think that's the word, right? Refactor.
Yeah.
It means our code is not flexible enough. It only updates to true. But me, I know that my Google Keep app, when I create a list, I can click on it and then also revert it, right? You can revert it back to false in case maybe you feel you've not completed the task. So we need to do something to line 21. All right. So what do we do to line 21? What's to help us?
It's just to use the not the not operator.
Okay.
Not
for it. So so that should be not like that. Not that way. That should be to do dot done should be not equal to, right?
Exclamation one.
Yeah, that's exclamation mark.
No, not there.
So I want to make the to-do to be flexible. That is change between true and false, right?
Sorry, yeah. So yeah, sometimes.
So you don't need to go through there.
Yeah, we did it true.
Remove the true and everything. Yeah, and we move. No. So do the done is equal to.
Equal to.
Yeah, then not that not operator is supposed to be before the second to do the done. No, you can leave. Okay, then not here to do the done.
No space.
No space. Just like a reverse of what it has been.
Awesome. So now you can delete and test.
Probably
You have to redeploy. You have to compile again and you deploy. Yeah. All right. So you test again. Create it. Okay. Check it out. Can you scroll up a bit? I can't see what's on that. All right. Yeah, I can see it now. Thanks. Update to do. Check it out. So now, update again, right? Check it out now.
Yeah, it's working.
That's a more flexible contract. Okay. So I have a question. I have a challenge. In fact, can you create another to do? Give it a different title, like at this left-hand side, right? Create to do where you put add. So create another one with a different title. That will be the second to do. So create another one. All right. Okay. So that's in which index now?
1.
Okay, let's see. Okay. Awesome. Good. But what if, as a user, I put a 2 where when I want to search for my index, when I want to update my index, I put a 2. Add that to this place.
Right.
So can I put a 2 there?
It's two where?
At that blue button area.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's outputs an error.
Yeah, there's an error now. The transaction has been reverted to the initial state. Called function should be payable if you send value, and the value should be less than your current balance. Both the transactions get more information.
So those what they're just trying to give you an idea of what went wrong. But that was not what went wrong. So basically that index does not exist in our array.
Yeah.
But what if we make it more user-friendly? Right. I don't know if anybody knows what I'm trying to talk about here. What if we make it so that the user cannot even, the transaction will not go through? Because as the transaction has gone through like this, I'm not very sure about what I'm about to say, but I think some gas has been used because it has gone through that to-do storage, blah, blah. It has checked through. It has realized that the index is not there. And that's why it's outputting that. But what if we make it so that it doesn't even check through at all? Right. So for this case, for this particular situation, the gas cost might not be that much, but in a more complex function, it might be important to like kind of stop the user from performing some transactions where you know that transaction should not be successful, instead of waiting for the blockchain to give the user an error. So I'll stop my long talk. So what are we supposed to do now? I don't know if anybody gets what I'm trying to say.
How to make this more flexible?
Not really more flexible now. We want to make it more user-friendly. So we don't want the user to get errors directly from the, what do I call it now? The compiler, is that the compiler? Or the EVM? Like default errors. We want to give a friendly user error that will explain to the user what exactly is going on.
Use require.
Yeah, awesome. So we use require. We are going to use require, but not there. So let's think about it. So I want OVA to answer this question now. So let's think about it. We want to use require, right? We want to output a friendly error message. And so do you think it should be, where do you think it should be? At which point do you think it should be? Because once I put a message whereby when the user tries to access an index in an array that is non-existent, to tell the user that that index is not existent. Does not exist, excuse me. So,
Okay.
I'm sorry?
So like now, your question is like using this require function now, like in the eyes of like a user now, like web-based now, me as a developer, can I place like this require function such that like it will be able to give the user a user-friendly explanation of why they can't like do this?
Exactly, that's my question.
So if you were to place that require function, definitely it's not in create.
Yeah, definitely.
But when we got this error earlier, we got it when we updated. So I'm guessing like it should still be like within what we have here, like, it will be in this like update function somewhere.
Okay. In this function. All right, I think that's cool.
That's the error.
So I think you've done a good job. Let me just help you from here. So yeah, it will be within our update function. Well, since we are trying to do it so that, because now if you look at line 20, And line 20 is where the user is accessing the index, right?
Yeah.
From the to-dos array, and then sending it to that to-do struct that we are initializing there, right? So definitely, if the index is not existent, we should not let the user be accessing a non-existent index before we tell the user that that index is not existent. So it will be between line 20 and line 19. So you can put your cursor at the extreme right and press enter. Yeah. Good. So it's a require function. So can you start it? Require. It's a function. So we have our braces. Awesome. But what do we require? What's the concept? How do we think about this problem and solve this problem?
So, like, definitely it's not.
All right, okay, you can go then. The next person that wants to talk can go.
My thought process now, if a user now, like we're trying to make it user friendly, like the error message, definitely the person will be reading numbers, so it has to do with text. So I was thinking, like, if we're giving it like if we're giving like the function now, like a variable data type now to use it, once we use string, like to start with it.
Okay, like if you're talking about the error message, Abi?
Yeah, the error message.
Okay. Yeah, that's true. But the problem now is that require functions, they're like default functions, right? Okay. So they have their own pattern of how they work. Okay, so they take two parameters, right? By default.
Okay.
Right? And those parameters are separated by a comma by default. So those parameters are separated by a comma. So the string that you're talking about, which is the error message, it goes at that place where your cursor is now, it goes there. So you can write an error message there. So you don't need to have the string keyword, just write an error message in parentheses. Is that parentheses? I meant in, what is it called? This apostrophe. Apostrophe. Okay. Yeah. Like what was right? Not an index or does not exist.
What can something simple as short, like or array index does not exist or something like that.
That works. Yeah, so don't forget that you remove the brackets from there, so now you close it. So you can close it. Yeah. All right, but so now at that place where you have defaults, something is wrong there. So how do we conceptualize this now? What do we want to require? We want to require that the index is not, we want to require that the index must be in that array. So, but the problem now is you might not know this unless you come across it before, right? So, but I guess someone knows it, or if you have an idea, you can say, otherwise let someone else help us. You have an idea? Okay.
I don't have an idea for this one.
Okay.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I've been lagging. So before I got disconnected, for the require statement, I think what we should be doing is we should require that the index that we are imputing, that it should be less than the length of the array.
Okay.
So the array is now to do the length. No, to those. I mean
we initialized it up there and made it to-dos with a small letter T.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Can I,
Yeah,
can I
what
make
was
a
it?
comment?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you are requiring that your index is less than, I don't know, maybe a faster way of probably checking that something is in that index is to just do, I think, to do, then square brackets, the index. If there's something there, oh, okay, sorry. I don't know whether it's going to return as true or false. I don't know whether you can try it. So.
I don't think that will return as true though.
Okay. Okay.
I think that will return the item in the index. So
Yeah.
I think to this that we want
okay. No problem.
All right. So if it returns the item in the, it's not returning the index, it's returning the item itself in the index. So it will return the source. So that will work now. I mean.
Yeah, I was thinking that if it does not return the item in the index, it's going to return false because there's no item there.
That's another idea. So we will try it out. Well, let's do to-do suspect first.
Yeah, we can do this.
Yeah, the one I came across was to-do suspect. So to the right of to-dos, we put a dot length.
And just like that. So this dot length in this case now, like what is its purpose?
Okay, does someone want to help?
That's the size of the array. So what this thing is doing now is, if the index is above the size of the array, that means it's not in the array.
So yeah, exactly. So expatiate. Array start from 0, 1, 2, right?
Yeah.
Well, if an array has index 0, 1, 2, that means the array has a length of 3. Right? Okay. So if you notice, we are not doing less than or equal to, we are doing less than.
Yeah.
So that is, we are saying that for our array now, this particular array now, we have index 0 and 1. That means our array is 2.
Yeah.
Long. Too long. You get the idea. So we are saying that the index has to be less than 2. So that means the index can be 0 and 1.
So anything above that to throw an error. That is, this index does not exist.
Does not exist, exactly. Which makes sense, right? So because if we increase if we add an index 2, our array size will increase to 3. But then our indexes are 0, 1, 2, all which are less than 3. Are you following?
Yeah.
So that will still work. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah. But do you know something we can try now? At least
Okay,
to make things clear. We can deploy the contract twice, like with the less than function and also with the greater than function, just to see.
Or if I see less than function and the less than equal to function.
With the less than and less than equal to.
Okay. Yeah. So okay, let's start with the less than, Abby.
Yeah, let's start with the less than already here. So deploy. Let me scroll down so everybody can see. So create to do, which one? Add 0.
Have you created it?
Yeah, just
yeah. You didn't click on the create to do button. You didn't click on it.
No, you didn't.
You
didn't create it to do.
Let me see. Okay. So to do's. Okay. Updates. To do's. So now
try index 1. Let's see.
To update to do's, try index 1.
Oh, I should just leave. Okay, I can leave to do's as 0 and put 1 here and see what happens here.
Yeah.
So let me see. So see the error there. But what is the message? Is there any message?
Yeah.
There's a message there.
Oh, the message at the top.
Scroll up.
Okay, yes, it's index does not.
So initially the message the errors we are getting was like I can't even remember, but it was not really related to this.
Yeah.
Because they were trying to guess what was going on. they were asking us about gas, and they were saying we have to send a value, and if you are sending a value, whatever the function has to be payable and all that. But now we know the exact error. So a developer can, using, I think, events, or there's some other thing the developer can use to. They can use this to like output the error to the user on the front end and all that. So yeah, same thing. So you can try that.
Yeah. Let's down it. So delete this. Deploy.
Oh.
Create. Do.
So you want to update at index 1. You can see the kind of error we are getting.
Yeah.
See, it is not, it's not triggering the error at the required statement. It's passing through.
Yeah,
Yes.
this is
How that makes sense.
yeah. The error here, like the case is different.
Exactly. So the EVM is just trying to guess the error at this point. They don't know exactly what's wrong. They don't have a generic idea of what's wrong. You putting that error message makes it more specific. Okay, what else is there to do? We could say we want to. Should we add a time? I think we should add time and just use block the timestamp. Okay, I've said it. I wasn't supposed to say it. Okay. So yeah, let's add time to our struct, right?
Okay.
So we want to know the time that the to-do was created. We have to write block the timestamp. Time is an integer. All right. So no block the timestamp. Int time, yeah.
Int time. Block the timestamp.
No, the block the timestamp there. We are going to initialize it inside the function we are creating.
Something else. There's an error here now.
Wrong argument count gets because we just added another one.
Yeah.
So you go inside your create to do, and then so you get what to do. You should know what to do now. Yeah, one of the parameters. Yeah, you have the right idea. So behind the title, to the right of title, put a comma. Because that's the convention for functions, right? So it's an integer.
Not that side.
So not this side?
Yeah, inside the to-do item, we are going to update.
Okay, yeah, you don't need to pass it.
It has to this thing.
Yeah.
You need to pass the third one.
The third one, behind false.
Yeah, you can still pass it there since it's this thing. Just remove the int time. You now assign this thing to the time.
Yeah, delete that. Yeah, put it in front of the colon in front.
Yeah, just where it did the.
Let's see our error. What error are we getting? Invalid implicit.
Can you use uint for that timestamp?
Uint up at the structure. Yeah. Okay. Why is that? Good catch. Was that why are we using uint instead of int? Why are we using uint instead of int?
To the best of my knowledge, I don't think timestamp has a negative value. So uint is for either positive or negative values. So block the timestamp. I mean int. I mean the uint unsigned integer is for positive integers only. So I feel block.timestamp doesn't need a negative value.
Yeah, also that's accurate. There are some people here that should not be in this class. So some people here should be teachers. So that's it actually. So you can test and see how it outputs the time.
There's not necessarily any updates here, Sha, for
Yeah, that's because. So have we created it to do?
yeah.
No, you didn't hit the create to do button.
So you can view it. So you can see the time. That time is in, what's it called? There's a word for that thing. Units, yeah. What did you call it again? Sorry.
Timestamp, block number.
Block.timestamp. Is it Unix time or something like that? No, that's an important shot. So yeah.
Oh, it's no. Let's say hex time. I want to say hex time was.
No, I think it's Unix time. UNIX. Okay, so what to do next? What to do next? So
But what if you want to do something like this? Maybe you don't want to be getting the to-dos at any particular index. Like you want to see all the to-dos inside the to-dos array.
okay. So what's the benefits for that?
I don't know. Maybe the person wants to see all the to-dos. Yeah, that he has already created.
All right, that makes sense. So that means we need a new function. All right, so what do you want to name your function? See how to do this. Makes sense. All right. So it's going to be at least the external function for the lists.
No, it doesn't take any arguments.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, the type of function should be external.
Sorry.
Now after you close it here. So it's going to, this function is going to return something now, right?
Yeah, it will return something, and it should be a view function. So since you'll be reading from state distance. So the view should come before the returns.
If I don't put view there, will it work?
Yeah, returns. Yeah. So we are returning. In this case, we are returning an array.
So the array in this case,
so it should be. Yeah. So it will now be you are returning an array. That is, the array you are returning is of the type to do. I mean the to do struct. So it should be returns. So inside the returns comes with parentheses. So inside the parentheses, yeah. So now put the array distance, the square brackets. So and it should be memory. The storage distance should be memory.
Yeah, I need to specify the storage.
You get, so now Your curly braces.
Okay. Outside or inside?
No, your curly braces for the function.
We want to
Yeah.
put, so we want to create a block. So we can write it. So you return what you want to return.
Yeah. So you can just do return to do's, finish.
That's all. You can test it out.
When we call this function, we're expecting that like everything will be returned.
Yeah, everything inside the to-do's array will be returned to us.
Okay. Everything is to do array.
Yes. So, but create this thing first.
So you want to create like at least two first, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. To do updates.
There'll be nothing there.
No, you've not created a second distance. So go to that create to do, yeah, add another one. No, you've not.
I think you added now. Yeah. So Chris, so like show your to-dos, guys. Is it me or can I?
See all to-dos. Click on this. See all to-dos. Yeah. So
Showing, I see that it's showing both add and minus. Can you notice the difference? Under CL to-dos.
Yeah.
All right.
So the first one is add and the second one is minus. So if you add the new to do now, you have another this thing. No, add it first, yeah. Then see all to those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in this class, how many people are speaking? How many people are speaking? No, not many of us are speaking. Let's see. Some of the ladies are dropped off. Well, I can detect that Rain, R-E-I-N-E. Is that a lady? Or a guy? Rain there. I think it's a guy.
Rainy.
Yeah.
I think Rainy is a girl's name. Yes.
I'm looking at the crown there. That looks like something a guy would do. The crown in the person's doing. Hey, lady.
Hi.
Hi. Yeah, sorry for how do you say it? Pointing you out or putting you on the cross.
Oh, good.
So, how far? Are we good? Are we following the lady?
Kinda. Yes, I have.
Kinda. All right. Sorry, Eniola, are you also like actively participating in the class? Or are you just moderating? Eniola, can you hear me?
She here. Eniola.
She's here. Like I've just left her.
Yeah, she's here.
Okay. Which other lady is here, please? Esaga, is that guy lady?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I said I'm here. I'm here with you guys.
Like, okay, you are participating, like you're part of the cohort. You said.
No, I'm just a moderator.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Which other lady is here currently on the call right now?
I think they dropped off. There were some girls.
Sorry, what was the question? I didn't get the question. Rain is here.
Yeah, like I just
She's
want to,
asking a question. Yeah.
yeah, I just want to know that because really I've been hearing male voices, and actually, to be honest, just three guys actually have contributed. Akikia,
Simi and who else? Idris,
the four guys.
Chimezu.
Favor has gone.
Yeah, Favor was also contributing. So just guys, five guys. So at least we know that okay, lots of guys are contributing. I just want to be sure that the ladies are also like being carried around.
Okay, Rian, do you have any question?
I have a question for you.
No, I don't have any questions so far.
Okay, but you're following, right?
Yes, yes, I am.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, following. Well, how do you prove? How do you prove to us that you're following? Perhaps ZK proof without revealing your personal information. So, are you with your laptop, right?
Yes, but I'm on the call with my phone. It's going to take me like 5 minutes to get it started on my laptop.
So, yeah, please, can you get your laptop started? Okay, please, you can stop sharing your screen at this point.
Okay, guys,
can you get your laptop started in like 2 minutes, please?
let me see. Pause share. I think it's pause share now. Or stop share. Stop share.
Sure.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you for helping us out. So, Ren, are you trying to get your laptop?
Yeah.
Oh, we have it. We can manage. So basically, I just want Ren to demonstrate that she has been following us. And if I had my way, actually, everybody is going to write something, be challenged, think something up. But we are constrained by some factors. So yeah, guys, don't be like me. If you want to be a good Solidity developer, you have to write Solidity. Me, for the longest time, I've not been writing Solidity. I've just basically been doing. I've been a project manager, and I don't know. Sometimes it just doesn't make sense to take that role and also code sometimes, because the workload might be too much. Number one, and also you might even get I don't know, too deep into the whole thing. Sometimes you actually want to hands off and let people do the work.
Well, I've noticed something. Most people that usually step up to ask questions here, at least like the people that have been coming on, like since we started these like workshops, like they have experience in JavaScript because there are some things that are similar. So they have questions that they can ask around. You get what I mean?
Yeah, I get. Yeah, honestly, personally, some of in my own little circle, some of I think JavaScript, or let me just say my little experience, knowledge of JavaScript is very useful in the blockchain space. I think obviously that's because we are working a lot with the web. That's supposed to be the decentralized web. So it's very useful. So if you have an opportunity to pick JavaScript up, you can use the bits. It could be very valuable to you. So Ren says she could get it forward in 5 minutes. I said you should do it in 2 minutes. We have used 4 minutes now. Curiosity sounds like a female name. I think I've seen another female to look on the spots. Curiosity, can you kindly identify your gender? If you don't mind. Hi, Chelsea, welcome to our call.
Hi. Okay, so this is Ren on my laptop.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So what do you need?
All right. Ren, can you kindly, are you on Remix, the online IDE for Web3 Remix? So if you're on Remix,
Yes.
share your screen.
I'm not on a remix. Can I get a link to that, or how am I going to see it?
No, just type Remix Solidity in your browser.
Oh, okay. I can do that. Should I share my screen?
Yes, please.
All right. Okay.
Awesome. So Remix Solidity. I see Figma. So yeah, learning UI UX. Yeah. All right. If I think that works, if I'm not mistaken. Finish project at all. Okay, let's see. It should be a place to launch the actual Remix app.
Okay.
All right. I just get the sense that I might be underestimating you a bit. The way you are navigating this. All right, so I just want you to start off, want to replicate what you just did, not fully. Maybe the bare minimum, right? Create a struct, create a to-do list, and be able to toggle between done and not done. Well, feel free to, if you don't feel like you can do it, just feel free to dabble around. Don't feel embarrassed. I just want you to exercise your muscles a bit. And we are all
okay. It's taking a while to start up.
I know it's a Starlink for 5G. We can wait. I think Remix, I don't know if it's heavy. I feel like I've seen something like it.
Is it Starlink you're using, boss?
Me? No, sir.
Let me come to your house.
We've heard some bad reviews about Starlink. I think MTN 5G still has the best review. Like among those new.
With the cost size, it shouldn't be having bad reviews.
So why shouldn't we be having bad reviews? The cost, Abby?
Yeah.
Starlink. Or which one? Starlink cost, Abby. Now that's Starlink.
Yeah, I mean Starlink, yeah.
I think it has to do with the way it works. The way it works with satellite.
Oh, yeah, it's true.
Well, it's a new product, yeah. Maybe they will improve it somehow.
It will be working like all these DSTV.
TLC, Rain, You like say,
MTN is
wow.
not helping my matter today.
My MTN has been shit this evening.
Yeah.
Or do I just share my screen and she'll be the one doing the coding while I'm typing it out?
Yes, I can. I don't mind doing that.
Okay. Let's see if that work. All right. Yeah. I think you can share. She has to stop sharing first. Okay, rounding up soon. It's almost 8 p.m. Wow. It's almost 8 p.m. So let's see.
Okay.
So you are going to do something.
So the first thing
Yeah.
is add the SPDX license identifier.
Yeah. Usually I copy this
/ SPD.
As well. So the spelling of license.
Yeah.
SE.
Yeah.
Then Solidity version. Then the contract.
Yeah. 0.8.0, yeah. You need to close it, yeah. Like at the end.
Okay.
Yeah. So you name your contracts.
To do.
Okay.
Then curly brackets. Then inside the contracts, I think we can do like a struct for the to-do item. So struct to-do item. I'm not sure. I'm just trying to remember everything.
All right. I can tell you're on the right track.
Then curly brackets. Okay. And curly brackets inside the struct we would have to declare some variables. First one is title, string title, I think. Then the timestamp uint256 timestamp, or okay, someone was saying timestamp is not uint something.
Well, it's uint, not int.
Oh, okay.
Because there's no negative, it doesn't have a negative value.
Timestamp.
Yeah.
Then the message or to do with, I think the title already has like a message. So it's going to be title, time, and what else?
You can add like whether you've done it since you want to do it right.
Okay. Okay. Boolean.
So you can give your variable a name.
Done.
Okay. So what do you want to do?
Okay, so next we would have like an array of to-do items. an array of the struct that has like different ones in it. So we could say to do item, yeah, then to do's.
Front, right? Outside the square brackets in front.
Yes, outside the array bracket.
And we can close it. Right. Okay, awesome.
Yes, I think so. So now we have to do like the function to create a to do and also the function to update. So function create to do. Then brackets, inside the bracket, we're going to pass in string to memory. What was this storage?
Let's try storage. I don't think it will work though.
No, I think it's memory. I think it's memory. Sorry. Then the title.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
make it a public function.
All right. And you have your color basis. Right?
Yes. Yes.
All right. What do you do?
So inside. We'll pass in the title.
Yeah, so
I'm not
this,
sure.
I think this part is kind of confusing. Right.
Yeah. Okay. We're supposed to push. Okay. No, it's not here. It's not here. I'm not sure.
Yeah. It can be confusing. I think there are two reasons why it can be confusing. First off, you want to initialize, right? Right. And
Yeah.
so it might be a bit abstract. You want to initialize the to do, right? Because you have this function creates the to do, and you're passing in a value through the function. So you want to send that value somewhere, right? And you know, this to do structs is more or less like a representation of a data type. You get? So if you want to actually make the to do data type concrete in the blockchain, I don't know if I'm making sense. You have to kind of initialize it. Okay, that's the first problem. Then the second problem is that there are multiple ways to actually initialize. So if you look through examples online, you'll probably see someone doing it one way and another person doing it another way. So I think one place I saw 3 different ways to do it. I guess there are 3 different ways. I don't know if there are more ways. So in this case, so you say, maybe we could start with to do item, which is the structs. And maybe you could type. So that's the name of the struct, to do item, right? So you're going to create an object of the struct. Let me call it that. Create an instance of the struct object. I think that's what they say in JavaScript. So, Ovi, are you still with me? Yeah, so you type inside that function, you can type to do.
I'm here. My stuff was just on mute. What do you have in now? Let me see. Okay. So, yeah.
So we want to create an instance of the structs, right? So we do to do item, and then we give it a name. We give the instance a name, so we can call it item, ITM. So equal to, let's see. So equal to, yeah. So we do to do item again, right? Item again. Then just normal brackets. So we do title. Yeah. This we do what's now? Title colon title. Yeah, then we do comma, time, block the timestamp. Okay. All right, I'll say it. Yeah, this one work. All right, then we do.
Do we have to, sorry, I have a question. Do we have to
Yeah, you have a
put like
question.
the prefix in front, like with the colon? Can't we just pass in title, comma, then block the timestamp?
Yeah, let's.
I think the issue is that method of doing this thing, it won't work. You have to pass in the curly braces if you are going to use this particular method. But if you don't want to use this method, you can just use you now remove all the colon and title thing and just pass it straight.
Yeah, follow what the said is. All right. So it will false. Last parameter is false.
Yeah.
Does it default to false itself? That's false.
Why does it put done?
Because we're actually putting the reason why we put title there is because we are passing title through the function. You understand? So we are putting the actual values, not the variable names.
I think one thing that we can. Hello.
Yeah.
So I think one thing that we can be doing when passing an argument into a function is to actually make that argument an underscore so that we'll know that, okay, this is different from the initial, for example, to do item as title, right? And then we are passing in title. So it might kind of be like a confusion that, which of the title, but if what we're passing in is having an underscore, then we know that, okay, this is the title, this is the argument, not the main title in the to-do item itself.
Okay, thank you. That makes sense. Please, can you change the title on top to
the one on line 13? That title, yeah, that's good. The one on line 14 is good. The one on line 13, inside the brackets, add an underscore behind it. Okay, so now, can you close this line 14? Or we will still get an error. So kindly delete data location of the storage memory, blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's add memory, memory between, to the left, in between to do item and item. Can you add memory?
Yeah.
We good. Awesome. So actually, we spent 10 minutes past it, and I think we should stop. Okay, let's push it to the array and stop there. And then you now make the array public. The array, so you push
pushing
it
it is going to be inside create to do.
Yeah, inside create to do. No, not a new function. Use that same create to do on line 13. So you just create a new line. So you do the name of the function is to do. Oh, sorry, rain. I don't know how to pronounce it. Please take the name. Rain. All right.
Okay. So we're going to do to-dos dot push. Yeah, then we pass it in. So it's going to be in brackets to do item, then the rest of it. in brackets to do
Yes.
item, and inside to do item, we pass in
We need to do this
the
thing again.
argument, or we can just do to do item, or just item.
Item, just item works. So actually that line 14 is not necessary. Hold on, don't delete it all. Like it would, so we could actually do, we could copy what is to the right of the equal to sign and paste it inside the push brackets. You get? I paste it inside the place, and then we delete line 14 and it will work. Yeah, delete what's behind there. Delete the last bracket that is after the, yeah, and delete here. It didn't work.
Yeah.
Expected what? Okay. Okay, there should be another one. So inside the, to the left of the semicolon, can you put another bracket? To the left of the semicolon. Yeah. Put another bracket. All right. So this will work actually. You can push directly. All right. So can you make sorry, I'm stealing your shine, Rain. It's just because of time. Can we make that number 11? Can we make it public, like the array? So after there, I have the public keyword so that you can view from there. All right, so you can deploy now. Okay. Is it working? It's working, Abby.
Yep.
So congrats, Rain. You are now a smart contract developer. Now apply for jobs.
Drum
Thank
rolls.
you, thank you.
Drum rolls. Drum rolls.
So I just hope like able to learn something.
I have
a bit. How does it go? And let's keep, if you want to become a good smart contract developer, you have to actually do work on smart contract challenges. The best smart contract developers I work with are always eager to work on new challenges. And because they fight themselves for tasks, basically. The alpha, give me this task, now I work on now, give me this task. All right now. That's all I got.
So I have one comment too.
Okay.
Sorry, on
talking
about, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can now.
All right, so I just wanted to point out the thing that Cass mentioned, even though for now it might look like we don't really need it, but I feel we should try and start putting it in mind, because at the end of the day, it will be like an advantage for us, which is that when we declare things, so we should know why we are declaring what public, external, internal, or private. So if you don't need it to be like a public stuff, you should just make it, external or internal, depending on what we need. And he mentioned that, the order of gas that this thing use is different too. So and as a what do you call, blockchain developer, so we are always trying to optimize for gas usage too. So we should just note, okay, is this thing meant to be external? Is it public? So public ones are the ones that use the most gas. And I think private is the least, then followed by internal, followed by external, like that. So we should just connect to that. And we should try as much as possible to be doing it right from now, instead of waiting for later. That's just like the caveat I want to bring out.
All right, awesome. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So Femi, are we done?
Yes, we are done. Let's see.
All right. Thank you. I really want to say a big thank you to the 9 people, 9 trainer, no, 9 training, sorry, that stayed to the end of the training, end of the workshop. You guys are the real MVP. Trust me. So